What's up, everyone? Welcome to Maximum Zack. On today's episode, I have Khyler Vick. He's a stuntman. He's insane. He also is one of my best friends. Dude, I forgot what we talked about, but we talk about stunts, we talk about ghost hunting, we talk about the awesome feeling we get when we're about to do a stunt, and much, much more. So let's get into this episode. What's up, everyone? Welcome to Maximum Zack, and today we have Khyler Vick. You
Hello.
may know him from him jumping into a giant tree. You've probably seen him jumping into many trees online. It's pretty gnarly, dude.
The tree guy.
The tree jump. What was that? Wait, what did he used to say? The slam heard around the world.
Oh my God.
The tree jump heard around the world.
That was a pretty viral video. Every once in a while I'll be scrolling on X and a page that I don't follow.
Yeah.
My videos just popped up with no credrit.
Yeah.
Like, it's pages like fucking like that show like people dying, and then there's me on there.
You want to explain the video for people that don't know?
Yeah, so I jumped off of what I'm guessing is a 40-foot overpass next to a freeway into a pine tree, and I completely fall through the pine tree and hit one branch on the way down, and then land nuts first on a chain link fence and didn't die. Actually, didn't even go to the hospital.
Hell yeah.
Half because I don't have health insurance, and half because I was kind of too scared to find out that I was internally bleeding. So
yeah.
Ignorance is bliss.
Yeah, no, I feel you on that, dude. But dude, it's such a gnarly video. I'm so happy that it worked out so well, because I remember when you sent me pictures saying that you were gonna do it, and I was like, well, because a bunch of people were saying that you were gonna impale yourself on the fence.
A lot of people, because I teased it on my Instagram stories, and people replied, that fence is sketchy, or don't.
And I was like, I don't think you're gonna get impaled, but I think you're gonna hit the fence.
You even said it too. I think 9 out of 10 people who saw the tease for it was concerned about the fence. And maybe I was just being super ignorant, but I was not concerned about the fence.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it worked out for the best. I mean, it's better that you hit the fence in the video.
Yeah.
I mean, like, it would have been fine if you did. It's still gnarly if you wouldn't have, but it makes it even gnarlier.
I mean, what ran through my head right after was, besides, I'm still alive, that was way funnier than any other outcome. Like, I was like, as much pain as I was in, I was happy that I landed nuts first on a metal fence.
You were able to walk away, and it was a gnarly outcome. That's win-win, dude.
Yeah, absolutely. Somebody told me, I don't go on Reddit much, but somebody told me that there was a rumor that I had died.
Oh, like, dude, that's so funny.
I'm curious.
Well, I mean, technically you have before.
True. I was a ghost for maybe 30 seconds and then came back.
You're gonna start channeling hella ghosts tonight, dude.
I'm curious.
Tonight we're filming a pilot for a ghost hunting show, and Khyler is on the cast with me and some of my other friends.
That made me kind of sick, you just talking about that, because like no joke,
dude.
Like my whole life, I've not wanted to believe in ghosts because I'm afraid of believing in ghosts and like having an encounter. So I was always like scared of the dark as a kid. I couldn't.
I mean, who isn't though?
I know, but like,
dude, have you ever do you know what I'm super afraid of? Sorry to cut you off.
No, dude, cut me off.
Like, dude, when I'm sleeping and then like you have like your foot off the bed, it's like I'm always afraid that something's gonna grab my foot.
Yeah, 1,000%.
Like always.
And it
but like if it's under the blanket, you're fine.
True.
But if it's not, like that's the only barrier saving you.
Sometimes I will purposely like push through that like OCD block of like not having any appendages off the bed just to force myself to like get over it. Yeah. But totally like, like you fall asleep with your back against the wall. Yeah. It's fine. And then the second you roll over, like you're imagining all these fucking demons just like hovering over, right? Or
yeah, no, I feel the same way. Like I 100% feel the same way.
But like I've never had like a legit, like bona fide ghost encounter. I've had tons of creepy shit happen to where I just wrote it off as something more logical, like the light switch was in between on and off and that's why it was flickering, or the picture frame must have been crooked and it fell. Like it was just like the house settling and nothing more. Like, but there have been unexplainable things that have happened, and I'm curious if tonight I'll get more solid answers on if I believe or not, because I think I'm more afraid of believing than anything, like, or afraid of getting the answer of ghosts are real and bringing something home with me would be the worst. Like if all of a sudden fucking cabinets are opening and shutting in my house and fucking my cat starts freaking out.
Yeah, I mean, that would be pretty, like, terrifying. I mean, like, I always, like, am afraid, like, when I go, like, doing some sort of paranormal investigation, that I'm gonna bring something home with me.
Right. Well, we're not trying to be, like, disrespectful either. Like, so I've never ghost hunted. I've never thought about ghost hunting, really. And I've never really watched any ghost hunting shows.
Yeah.
So this is very, very new to me, everything about this. So, and I'm definitely down to take it seriously and be respectful of everything, you know, like, because I was always like mortified of the idea of demons, not necessarily ghosts, but like evil spirits and shit like that.
Yeah, I feel like in a lot of society, like everything, like that's all connected, like via like Christianity, like religious stuff.
Right.
Like demons, ghosts, it's all like connected in that way.
Which I grew up Mormon and was baptized Mormon, so like I definitely, like when I was really, really little, I believed in God. You know, I didn't. The idea of saying that you didn't believe in God or you're going to hell was like struck into me. You know, like I was like. I wasn't ever that religious. I always thought it was bullshit, but I definitely had like fear of it for a while until I was probably like 12. So yeah, I don't know. We'll see. I'm down to have an open mind when it comes to ghost hunting. I'm not trying to. I believe people's stories. I'm not trying to make fun of anybody, and if you believe or if anybody else does. But I don't want to also like...
Except for Chad of the possums lifting him up.
I don't want to embellish or like have a fake reaction. Tell you about that later, dude, that was ridiculous.
You're going to laugh so hard.
But you know what I mean? Like nobody wants to see like me not react to like...
No, I mean, you
whatever.
are like you're going to get scared for sure. It's going to like be like it's going to be an experience, dude.
Well, dude, what would be more creepy is if you did run into a fucking possum or a homeless guy or like like something that's like of this world but is unexpected, like a mouse or something. Fuck it, I don't even know how I'd react. I don't even know if you could react if you actually were presented with solid proof of ghosts. Like how, you know what I mean? Like it could be right in front of you and you might not even like realize it.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. If that makes sense. Like I don't know, maybe that's stupid.
No, I feel you.
But
yeah, we're gonna go tonight and we're gonna see. We're gonna see how it turns out, dude.
It's fucked up.
Yeah. Like you just turn your Steve-O thing tomorrow into just talking about ghosts. You're like, everything he talks to you about, you're like, dude, ghosts, man.
It's like, so I wanted to interview you about your stunts. And it just fucking... oh God. That'd be kind of crazy if my career as a failed stuntman.
You're not failed. You've succeeded in so many ways.
Went into becoming a successful ghost hunter, and I didn't even realize it.
Yeah, you're definitely. I mean, that would be
failed ghost hunter.
It would be interesting. I mean, but like the thing is, like, I think both those can be a thing. You know, you can do both.
Yeah, you know? Yeah, for sure. I'm just joking.
And like the stunt stuff, you definitely have not failed at all. Like, dude, you've had so many viral videos. We've had an MTV show. We've we've been like, I don't know. There's not like, it's like gauging the success. Like, okay, like there's not a bunch of people that have like a long running crew like Jackass that is like, and like I'm just like, yeah, I so happened to be like lucky enough to be in one of the movies, you know. But it's like, that's like gauging the success of, like, I don't know, for stunt people it's totally different, you know, like gauging what the success is, because it's also like what your idea of success is.
I mean, life is just all about perception, I think, regardless. So, but I don't know. Most people don't even realize that this is like doing stunts is like an actual like passion or a hobby or a career, other than like people in Jackass doing it. So it's like, I think it's a little foreign for people to see somebody who it takes doing backyard stunts to like an autistic level of seriousness. You know what I mean? It's just like, I fucking would collect all the backyard stunt guy DVDs back in the day, or I have like people like Tim who have like every person around the world who's ever done.
It's crazy that Tim like had like DVDs that I made in high school that I don't even have anymore, and I had to ask him for them.
Right. I mean, it's cool. Like I love being a part of this like niche underground thing. I don't know if it deserves to get more respect because it is pretty stupid, but I would like to get it more on the map of like, what we do. Like, I don't know. I think it's pretty cool. What has blown up more, which is kind of similar, is like parkour type shit.
Yeah.
And there's that one Russian dude who kind of does a lot of like crazy parkour stuff intermixed with just Evel Knievel, gnarly, fucked up stunts.
Yeah, those videos are insane, dude.
I can't even comprehend like being on that level of like gnarly though. Like that, like I feel like my legs would just give out. Like I've done some crazy shit, but that's like, dude's about to get ran over by a car and fucking like goes through like a little hole. Like the one where he's on the platform on his belly and he like goes through the bus.
Yeah.
So gnarly.
Those are so gnarly.
But I don't know, like I don't. How long can you like keep up the act of doing stunts and like almost dying or like hurting your body over and over?
It's just like it takes a toll on you,
mentally and physically, and like I ask myself year after year, like okay, like what's the goal? What's the end goal? Like how hard, like how gnarly are you trying to go? Like how far are you willing to like risk it? Until like you're satisfied, which I don't think I'll ever be done with like doing silly dumb shit with my friends. I think that'll live with me forever. But as far as like, I don't know, like raising the bar and like trying to like outdo myself, it's like it gets harder and scarier, and like it gets less fun too. Like you think about like, all right, this could literally just be the last day of my life doing this stuff. There is satisfaction after. And that's what you live for, is like after you do something crazy and you're able to walk away. But man,
it's such a good feeling, dude.
It is. It really is. But the lead up, man, like maybe I'm just a fucking bitch and I overthink it. But like I would guarantee any crazy Red Bull athlete would feel the same way, where it's like absolutely terrifying. You're about to fucking go down 100-foot waterfall in a kayak. You know, you see some of these dudes that are just absolutely insane, and I'm sure they think the same thing, like, what the fuck am I doing here? Why am I doing this? But there's a part of you that's like, I have to, or I want to really badly to like to satisfy this itch for whatever reason. It's not it's almost not even like logically, like you couldn't explain it. I'm not saying I'm a fucking Red Bull athlete by any means. There's no way, but I catch myself year after year, like having like imposter syndrome as well. No matter like what successes I've had. And then also I like hate that I even think I have imposter syndrome. Like, what are you, some sort of like artsy fucking asshole? Like, as if I'd like deserved any sort of success to begin with for like going and jumping into pine trees.
Well,
but whatever.
I mean, like, I don't know, dude, like the stuff that you put yourself through, like the kind of stuff that, like, you know, we've done together, like, isn't like stuff that normal people do, like, and it's all for like, it's for our entertainment and fun, but also it entertains a bunch of other people. I think it's just as like worthy of like, you know, of anything else. Like, it's just as anything else, you know.
Right.
Anyone else that entertains, like, it's like, it's fun, dude.
It's our own like art, it's our own outlet, and I think it's good to have like a healthy balance of like being humble and maybe a little like like feeling like you're undeserving, but then also like knowing your worth and like knowing like the amount of hard work we've put into this stuff, and that it is something that's entertaining and that people do enjoy. That has value, you know. And it is nice when people come up to me or message me saying like that they enjoy what I do, or that I'm inspirational, or whatever. Like, I try to hold on to that more than I hear like shitty comments, for sure. Like, because the people who leave shitty comments are just honestly jealous that I'm getting attention and they're not. I think, or it's something like that. But
it's something along those lines, because like, I don't know. Like, I'll see comments, and it'll just be like, there'll be like tons of cool comments, and then there'll be like
one shitty fucking mean comment,
and I'll just be like, good God, like, I can't stop thinking about
day ruined. Why is it? I mean, it's a cliche thing, but it's true. Like, you just shouldn't read comments, but it's
I mean, but then also you kind of like, they're like part, like from like a marketing, from like just like a business perspective, you should see how people are feeling, you know, about it.
True.
And then like, but at the same time, like, it's not good for your mental health.
That's why it's good to have like a whole team that could like help with that. Because like you're doing like everything, and you also are seeing the feedback. So
It's not always healthy.
I don't know. It's weird, man. Life's simple. It doesn't have to be that complicated. I feel like my brain makes it insanely complicated. And I'm also a bit of like a hypochondriac.
Yeah.
Like any little thing with my body, I like will overthink that to the point where like I'm dying. Yeah. And then I go and like almost kill myself doing something completely idiotic.
Yeah.
And then I overthink if I get like a little bump or bruise, and I'm like, oh my God, I'm internally bleeding right now. It's like, but I put myself into that situation, so it doesn't make sense. It's like I'm like making myself suffer for no reason.
Yeah.
But it's almost like I'm punishing myself. I don't know, not to get like deep and creepy about it, but like it's a less weird version of like
warning.
it's a version of almost like cutting, like emo, but instead I'm gonna go like not anymore. I feel way healthier mentally and physically, to where I feel like I'm doing my stunts for a better reason. But there are times where I would do something crazy and I wouldn't get as hurt as I anticipated, so I'd do it again and purposely try to like land fucked up or get more bloody or like just to get hurt. I don't know if it was because I just needed to feel or was like punishing myself.
I remember when I first like was starting to do stunts, like I would be like, dude, like I want to like bleed my own blood today.
Yeah.
You know?
Totally, like the more blood the better, like is how it felt.
Yeah.
Or like I remember I'd get drunk and just like ask everybody around the party to punch me in the face, or like what, like that's like really depressing. But like, and like film it, of course. And like, think that's like funny or cool or crazy. It's just cringy. And so now I'm like 28 years old almost, wondering if everything I do is just cringy. And that's no way to live life, because it's like I'll just do what I want to do and people will either like it or not.
Bro.
But now I'm like, I'm too afraid to be cringy and I just need to like embrace it. Which,
yeah, dude, if you embrace your cringe, that's all that matters.
I mean, that's probably like true freedom, is embracing the cringe.
Yeah,
because
if you
now
embrace it,
everything makes me cringe. I'll be watching like a TV show that it has nothing to do with me, and I'm like physically wincing at the cringe, which is like, that's part of the entertainment. That's why people love it. But I'm like, I can't handle it to where I have to like turn it off. You know what I'm talking about? Or like a podcast that's like clearly too cringy, and I'm like, I'm not listening to that. I would feel the same way about listening to this right now of myself. Like there's no way I could rewatch this.
Yeah, dude, let's do a story right now.
I don't know. Let's take a breathe.
Yeah,
a breath.
we're gonna take a breather right now.
So just embrace the moment. Here.
So just do whatever you want to do for like a few seconds.
I feel like I get too in my head when the camera's rolling. Like I'll be talking normally, and the second I know that we're recording, I'm like, weird.
You guys want me to start recording?
Shut the fuck up, dude.
Oh my God,
that would be insane.
How long have we been recording so far?
17 minutes.
Oh, that's good. No, I feel good. It just takes a minute to like get into a flow, and so I can feel like I feel good.
Because all that sucked.
Yeah. Thanks, dude.
Yeah.
To like just like be fucking
so this
chill.
is gonna be on the Patreon. God,
just like the last podcast I filmed. Wonder where that is.
It is not on the Patreon.
I'm convinced that all that footage is just gone. Because I have reservations on what we're talking about now, because I'm like, wait, we already talked about this, but also that never got released. So.
Yeah, no, we can talk about whatever, man. So you start, like, how long have you been doing stunts?
Dude, shut the fuck up.
I'm asking.
Dude, you don't even care.
I don't really, but like for the viewers.
That's rude. How long have I been doing stunts?
Yeah, so Khyler's known for doing tons of crazy things. I'm Zach Holmes. He might not.
So I started officially uploading onto YouTube, which is when I count, like when I would start, was October 15th, 2011.
Nice. Hell yeah.
So I was...
I mean, like, technically, like, you were doing, like, stunt stuff then, right?
I would say I was, like, I mean, I don't know, I was doing dumb shit when I was in, like, 3rd grade, you know, like skateboarding and purposely falling and shit like that.
But when were you, like, purposely, like, going out
to, like, film it to upload for that reason? October 2011. Is
Okay.
like that. And
Hell
so
yeah.
I was 15 at the time. I didn't really know
Like-
what direction I was going, but I remember Ryan Dunn had recently passed away, and they created that documentary about him.
Yeah.
So, okay, a year before, Jackass 3 came out.
Yeah.
I was 14. I saw it in theaters with my dad. I became obsessed. Bought it on DVD, watched it like literally every day.
Yeah.
I was completely obsessed, like on an
yeah.
unhealthy level. And then Ryan Dunn passed away. I watched the documentary they made about him and just got like incredibly inspired and felt like a passing of the torch, like of like, I want to do that. I want to like, I don't know if it was like I want to be remembered, and that was the easiest way to like get people's attention, because I always felt like I was never that good at skateboarding or sports or guitar, and I always idolized people that were like athletes, musicians, and actors. So maybe a part of me just wanted to like be remembered or to be in the spotlight.
Yeah.
And I really looked up to the Jackass CKY guys, and I don't know, maybe I found it like easy to put myself in these like dangerous situations, or I enjoyed it. But it was easier to be the center of attention when I'm gonna be like stapling myself or jumping into a pine tree or lighting myself on fire.
Yeah.
But like, example, like if I'm gonna go to like a swimming hole and there's a rope swing,
Yeah.
I almost don't even want to touch the rope swing if there's other people that are like doing like double backflips off it. Cause I'm like, well, it won't even be that cool. It won't even be like worth my time, because I won't be like the gnarliest one. But all right, let me light myself on fire and then hit the rope swing. That's different. That like sets me apart from like doing like these extreme activities.
Yeah.
So it was all about like trying to like stand out, I think, whether it was like for shock value or to be funny amongst me and my friends. And then, you know, we got better about posting it and then receiving comments and like posting it for you know, everybody else to see. But my parents were always like super supportive too.
Yeah.
My mom cared more about my teeth than anything, because I had braces at the time when I first started. And I remember telling her one day, like, oh, we're going over to the church to film some dumb shit, be right back, whatever. Because we had a church in the neighborhood that we'd always go to like jump into the trees and stuff. And I just remember the only thing she said was like, don't knock your teeth out, I'm still paying for those braces. I was like, okay, sick. And luckily I still have all my teeth, fucking knock on wood.
I sure don't have all mine.
Yeah.
Mine are gone. Fake.
Prove it.
No. I don't know. I just think that, I don't know. I think we just got to keep working on shit. We just got to keep doing it. It's like the thing is, like, the only way you can fail is like if you stop.
Oh,
you know?
dude, I don't know. Anything that you love doing, if you don't see results, you get discouraged, right? And then you start to second guess yourself, and you're like, should I just quit? Am I just not that good at this? People just don't like what I have to offer. But the idea of giving up and quitting sounds way worse than just persevering and trying to change it up or just keep doing what I love. Because like legit, I've like almost made myself like cry at the thought of like just quitting. And no matter how hard shit gets, because it's like, what else do I have to live for, as sad as that sounds? Like, what are my goals? What is like, there's always been that like northern light that I'm like, all right, this is like what I want to do. And like, something has to happen if you don't quit. Like something, whether it's fucking success or death. It's just like something, like, I don't know. At least it's better to like be trying instead of just give up and fucking rot away doing the mundane day to day that like 9 out of 10 of my friends are doing, which I'm almost jealous that they can have that mindset of going to their regular job every day, coming home to their wives, taking care of their kids, just drinking beers, watching football, and living like a chill life. I don't know if they like it, but I know I could never. And my parents were always like, when are you just gonna fucking conform and just contribute to society? And just like, never. That sounds fucking awful.
Like SLC punk, dude.
Like, I know, it's literally, but it's just like, and I understand getting like a real job while you also work towards your dreams. I get that. I've done that most of my life, but just settling down does not sound like ideal. And I'm preaching to the choir, I get that, but I don't know, we'll see where this takes us. Maybe I'll be the next fucking ghost hunting guy.
Yeah, ghost hunting, tree jumping.
I don't even know, like, do you ever like like lose your like identity? Like you feel like, oh, I know what it is that I do and what I want to do, and then you kind of like stray away from that, or like, because I mean, you were known as like the stunt dude who's like super gnarly, and now you're straight going into like ghost hunting and stand-up comedy. Does that ever like stress you out or worry you, or do you
not really? I mean, not really. I
did it at first?
Yeah, it definitely did, because there's a lot of naysayers when you try to do anything different. But the thing is, like, I feel like it's like you have to stick it out and go through the change, and then like and then people will see that's something you're really gonna do.
True.
Like, and also, it really doesn't matter what anyone thinks either. But I mean, it will affect you though if you let it. So
I guess that's the biggest thing is change, and change is obviously really scary, but embracing that.
Yeah.
I don't know, man.
Yeah, you just gotta embrace it and just go fucking full force, just like you would with any stunt thing.
Oh, dude,
that's like how I sort of like how I look at it, I guess. And I don't know, I'm just like trying to pivot into doing a bunch of stuff. And I think that stunts will like come back into the picture at some point.
Totally.
But right now, it's like it's not like a huge thing for me.
Huge, not like a main focus. Well,
it's not like a main focus. But like the other day, I did like randomly come up with a bunch of stunt ideas. But like I'm not gonna like do any of those right now.
Right. Do you want to talk about the ideas? I'm interested in hearing them.
Well, one of them was just like, it was like going into one of those like, this would end bad regardless, but like, it would be like I forgot if it was a bungee or if it was just like, well, you know the wind tunnels for like indoor skydiving?
Yeah.
Like if you had it turned on, or if you pretty much what you would do, you would be at the top and you would like, you'd be floating and stuff. And then there would be like a 2x4 thing going across like the center. And then once you're up floating, it would like, if you turned it off and then nut shot through
the 2x4 and then.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or like there was something like that. And there's also a version of that where it's like you turned on and you see if it'll make you float before you hit the 2x4.
Right. As like a game of like chicken where you're just like, okay, like legs open and then
with like
you're
a
up.
wing seat or something.
You're up there and then cut the fan and then you turn the fan on last second to see how close you can get.
Turn the fan on right when you jump,
to see if you can like levitate above before hitting your nuts. Dude, I like that idea. The only thing that sketches me out is if you do break through the wood, there's these like stray pieces of wood flying through the fucking thing. You just get impaled by 2x4s. But I like that idea. I like where your head's at. Good job, kid.
Thanks, dog. So, Khyler, like I'm super stoked for everything that we have coming up, dude, and whatever other crazy things you end up doing this year as well. Fucking, you're gonna kill it, dude. Like you will.
This year we ball.
We ball, dude.
We balled.
Follow Khyler on all socials. He's on TikTok.
Shut the fuck up. All right.
No, he's on Instagram, and you still have a YouTube, right?
Yeah, I do.
But yeah, YouTube is like, it's sort of like a dead platform for stunts, but you can still follow him on there. He has gnarly stuff on there. Khyler Vick.
Thank you, guys.
Hell yeah. He's the most dangerous man in Utah.
Thanks.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Stay maximum to the max.